Hello, it's me, Michael, with my weekly report, and it's been quite a fun week actually, so let's jump straight into the Done Good report. Here it is. You'll see I actually did 21 hours, 21 minutes on my latest Leaving the Laptop video, with time freed up from doing the podcast. You can see, look at that, the podcast. Did a bit of preparation, did the recording, already uploaded, released it. Crazy. So that means that, I probably didn't need to spend Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday editing this thing, but, it was nice to be able to. So first I'll show you the script. This is the final script. So did my little bits of research, did my little, kind of made sure I had done it in a sort of, this is to help you do it, rather than look how clever I am for working it out, as I think I mentioned last week. And then here is what it looked like in Final Cut, which will, so this is the entire timeline, and so some highlights, I suppose, would be, I did this, I did some nonsense here with the what you will need. You're going to need a computer that can run VirtualBox, a Plaits. That's me in Berlin there. I quite like that. There I am in coming out of Schneidersladen with my Plaits and a grand podcast bag. 2F development board like this, some headers like these, some jumper cables like these, a soldering iron, some solder, and something to loosen nuts like some pliers. And if you don't want to... Bit of stop motion, I thought, because it's like a transforming thing, I'd bring Soundwave in. But like, what you wouldn't immediately notice watching that is if we... oh my God. Can you zoom in, please, today? It's really unresponsive. Oh my God, it's stuck on that very dubious frame. Is that I went through it on the Wednesday and did all these little sound effects. So how do I isolate something? Can I isolate something? In Final Cut. Solo. Solo is Command S. So... Right, so these are all these sound effects. If I just play it with just the sound effects. Wait, how do I I feel like Shift is going to select everything. Alt, no. Command. Yes, Command. Right, so if we solo these. So we did all these little sound effects. I added all these in. Then it's got like it's not audible, but like I went in and did all this stuff, and it's got like didn't have one myself. Low energy rumble in there. We've got some. Then we'll add a new connector, and then it just adds a little bit of life to it all. It just like you don't hear it, but you kind of feel it, I think. And like then we've got the other thing. Oh yeah, and just in the intro, if you see the I did this being connected to a laptop. I did this where's the oh, it was the what we're going to do. So here, so that's supposed to say sound effects. That's supposed to be effects. So if we solo these two, sorry for the check it goes so we're just putting a bit of nonsense, and I think it helped. And then it's all got the music, and it's all got the in the circuit board diagram here. Reset is at the top, then SW clock, then SWDIO, and ground. Yeah. So anyway, that's the edit. I don't think there's any. So that's the new thing I did with this edit that I haven't really. And actually, like I did a little bit of motion graphics for this one as well, but not too much. But this has got some sound effects. Is where electronics, coding, music theory, and physics combine to create the world's smallest niche on YouTube. So. So if you hear that with just the things you get. If we take the music out even. Oh come on. Wait, no, I want to solo these two, right? Right. So it goes Right. So I was a bit worried about where I was going to get sound effects and sound design, but so much of it is just me going, and you just pitch shift it down, put some reverb on it, and it's all good. So I'm going to now mercifully quit Final Cut Pro so that my computer, I think it's like rendering in the background while this is happening, but I can show you the result. We have got, this was actually giving me a little firework display. So this is YouTube analytics. If we have a look, it's like typical video performance, not even, you can't even see it. Like, and that's how far ahead it is. Should we just like try and zoom in? Like that's typical video performance down there. So it's just like you do something that people ask for, makes a big difference. And then there was this huge discussion on Reddit, 69 upvotes. Emily from Pinchetti is that's the person that makes the module that I was talking about. Was active on there, as well as being active on, like, I pinned her comment down here. Like, there's some things that I got wrong about the about how to do it, but yeah, it's fine. Like, it wasn't gonna be perfect, and it wasn't entirely unrelated to things that were out there. But yeah, like a big well, I thought it was more of a discussion under there. But yeah, some stuff from the creator of the module in the different areas. No create digital music feature yet, but hey, you know, maybe at CDM. See if it's up there. Yeah, no. Usually I get something on here. But anyway, let's have a little music break. Okay, so coming back, these are all the same colour. All the things I've done are colour coded the same. Oh, I added a search box to Dungood this week, so now I can go upload, blah blah blah. I can actually like find tasks quickly, which I've been meaning to do for ages. Although I need to do some work on the starting and stopping tasks in here. But I also need to change the colour of these things. But yeah, I spent 6-7 hours finishing up, doing some fixes on is it still connected? No, it's disconnected. On Good Habits. So I have a task tracking app called Good Habits, and I have a which is on iOS, and it's for doing something every day. So every day I've been taking my vitamins, and you get this little calendar view, and you just try not to break the chain. And it gives you, ooh, that wasn't a good crash. Maybe I should figure out what that crash was. Okay, and I recently added this new tab to it, but one of the reasons I added the tabs was, you see down in the bottom right there, try Dungood. You know, so we go into here, and it's got focus one task at a time, and so something I spent a little bit longer than I planned, but I think it was worth it, is this, the way you see how the top and the bottom rows move independently. So I actually had to create a custom scroll view, and it's like this is all in Swift UI, so it's easy to do a nice layout, but it's sort of harder to do imperative stuff like scroll stuff by a certain number of pixels without like some workarounds. But I found something. I think this looks, and it does a little click as you scroll it. I should probably show it. So yeah, so we've just got that. So it's just a little screen that gives you some pictures. If you tap on the thing, it plays the video on YouTube. Come back out again, and then if you just click learn more, then it jumps into Dungood app. I also had to sort out that cookie warning, and then so basically I've got two task tracking apps with slightly different USPs. The least I should do is try and get people from my one app into the other, right? So that is submitted, and hopefully passes review any minute now. So this is so the next thing I'll show you, I decided, so I've been trying to get more of a Twitch schedule going. So my Twitch schedule is now Friday mornings grand podcast recording, Saturday afternoons is live music, and I thought Wednesday I would do Unity sessions. So this is what I achieved in the 3 hours this week. So this is I have been Alt. So I've got this shoebox project, which if we go to michaelforestmusic.com and we go blog and we click on shoebox, my virtual live band, I did this big project, and I was just thinking about this project. Well, no, I was thinking about Wintergatan and his never-ending marble machine project, and I was like, my equivalent to that was this virtual band project that I was working on, that I spent hours and hours and hours and hours on, and it's this whole sort of virtual band in code. And I thought, well, why don't I make that a weekly show on YouTube where I'm working in Unity and just gradually start converting all that work over to something, because it's in like CoffeeScript and 3JS and this platform, and I was quite belligerent about doing it all in code and not having any IDEs or any rubbish like that, but I've sort of come around to the idea of maybe I can make life a bit easier and make it a bit more visual. And so what I've achieved so far is getting these. This is all so I did all this up in Blender. It might be better to just pull up the video than to show you the results. But yeah, we got everything. Sort of started to figure everything out in Blender basically. So I made a little shoebox, and I made a little Barry, and this is a particle system, and you can just load this into Unity, and Unity does it. And then the next thing I did was to figure out the camera. So you see the nice depth of field, and so I figured out the right focal length to make it look like it's in a shoebox, because that's what it's called. It's supposed to be in a shoebox. So I made sure like that, and also the dimensions. Looks a bit funny, doesn't it? The dimensions originally. I was doing it sort of screen coordinates too much, but this is all in actual to scale of a shoebox, which then means I can use a physical camera lens and like make it make it a macro lens, zooming down into it, so that it sort of looks dinky, you know. Because that was the idea. It's supposed to be this cute thing. So I put this is the guide, and I'm just going to start building this up week by week on Twitch. And I have to say, I did my numbers today. I haven't finished them because I haven't had my numbers from Apple yet. That's something very like Apple's Connect analytics were like the daily reports that didn't happen for like 3 days this week. It was weird, and then now it's really late to get the numbers for today. But I did notice that like I'd done 21 hours of streaming the week before last and got no new follows, and like but then I did like 3 hours streaming the week after, got 4 followers, got a subscription, got like some bits and pieces of engagement. So I think like quality of stream is starting to look like it's going to be more important than quantity. Like just turning up and randomly streaming random stuff. Like everyone says it, but I think just being a bit more focused on what my shows are. And I think the podcast was the start of that. Just going, okay, this is when the podcast is. Well, actually, the music one was the start of it. And just like create a schedule and just stick to that schedule. And also doing that. So instead of just trying to repurpose work, actually do stuff that's specific and is actually intended to give some value to people. So that's where I am with that. I know it's been a slightly longer one, but I'm quite excited. So there's no reason not to extend this a little bit. But yeah, time to hopefully eat some curry. Am I making a curry? I hope I am. Bye. See you next week.